Okay, there. I figured out how to skip that stupid thing.
That song is fantastic.
It's 10 minutes long.
Gives me time to be here.
Oh, we missed you. We missed you throwing a. What happened, Speam? What happened?
I don't even remember.
Oh, now he
I
gets.
don't.
Now he gets PC.
No. What was that? No. Seriously, remind me. I do not remember.
You said that Dart said he accidentally ended the stream.
Yes.
And I said, that's what we get for having Dart back on. Don't worry about it. We only had a record 1,000 people watching. Thanks, Dart.
Yes. Well, and then I laughed because I said I got to get my life together because that shouldn't be that funny, but it is.
Okay. Let's welcome everybody back in, man. Come on back.
Zay, sound check.
Yo, I'm here. Y'all hear me?
All righty. All right.
I just said back up the stream.
So. Thank you for everybody for coming back. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all. I got to switch.
I swear to God, I'm moving on from StreamYard.
We got Nick coming back, hopefully.
I sent the email.
Oh, that's what I was asking. I think that's what I was asking was, did the Lakers come back from 3-1 and then it got disconnected? Or no, something like that. And then Robin said, you made it when people kill you. And then I said, can we please change this topic because that's really dark to talk about.
You definitely didn't say that. You're just making up stuff now, man.
Come on, man. That was on the live.
Stop it.
I'm paraphrasing.
There we go. We're going back. We back in.
Making shit up.
My boy Speed.
Hey, Speed, while we wait for people to find this, it's all right. I was going to save it as a surprise, but how did your research on Nico go?
Oh, so the interesting thing is from 2022 on, Nico hasn't really said too much directly about Luka, but he's always talked about how he's this marketing level genius, blah, blah, blah. So when they had that private screener with the press, and he said that he didn't realize the extent of Luka's popularity or whatever, it just reeked of this basically lying, right? Or excuse making. But then you go further back, him and Rob Pelinka both worked at Nike together. Which I didn't know, but they both worked with Nike and they both worked with Kobe, I think exclusively for a while. So I think I can't prove anything, of course, but there's definitely a lot of shadiness involved when you think about the timeline of the trade, the fact that they just happened to have a photo of where the first conversation took place at that coffee shop or whatever, with the two of them discussing it. And I thought back to myself, I was looking back in history at all the recent big trades. There's no photographic evidence of GMs or anybody having an open public conversation like that about a trade on that level. So the whole thing seems, it reeks of shadiness when everything just aligns perfectly to kind of make Nico look like trash. You know what I mean?
Let me get more specific, because ESPN at the beginning of game one spent, instead of talking about the game, they spent a good 5 minutes shitting on Nico and saying that he had trash talked Luka badly. And my question was, I'm not so sure I heard Nico say the things that ESPN said. I think that they assumed what might have been the reason for this weird trade and then said it themselves. And then Nico got blamed for it. I want, and other people can participate in this. This is a video for the future that Speem and I were working on, but is Nico actually, and I'm not defending Nico, but is Nico as guilty as ESPN is making him sound? Because I don't know if I actually heard Nico say the mean things that ESPN has said about Luka.
He did. If you're so in terms of the conditioning and all that stuff and culture of being in shape, Nico had nothing to say about that until after the trade.
And that's thorough research. You've looked for
that's thorough research. That's all the way back from 2022 to now.
And that's our resident pothead saying it's thorough research. So let's.
Well, first of all, it's medication. Let's call it what it is. Okay, I'm medicated. Anyways, what it is he had nothing to say about any of the lack of work habits for Luka until after the trade. It's just like they're saying it's been reported that Mark Cuban tried to do X, Y, and Z, but I've yet to see Mark Cuban come out and say anything directly.
Okay. We only have 800 more viewers to get back on here before we're back on track, Dart.
You know what's funny about a lot of that Nico stuff and the things you guys are talking about? It's just funny to me how whenever it comes to LeBron James, man, and LeBron James teams, we always have to hear the outside noise. We always have to hear about these stories. We always have to hear about these people. Like, we really shouldn't even know who a lot of these people are. But for some reason, throughout LeBron James' career, we have to know who these people are. The owners, the presidents, the GMs, the agents of some of these players. We have to know who all these guys are. They're always in the headlines, the head coaches, the teammates. Right? We're always talking about the other people all the time. But for a lot of the other great players, you never hear them talking about the GMs for their teams or the agents for their friends or their teammates and all these other things because there's always something shady. There's always a shady undertone behind a lot of LeBron James' moves. You think about the Anthony Davis situation. It's not only that his best friend's the agent, but also Dow Griffith, who was the GM of the New Orleans Pelicans, just happened to be the GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron James was there. So there are all these undertones, the 6 degrees of separation, so to speak.
Couldn't agree more. Zay, let's get your energy in here.
So first off, I gotta say, he's the fall guy. Y'all remember in Batman? He was like, "No, I'm the fall guy." You feel me? He's the fall guy. The thing is, you got to be living on Moron Mountain to not understand how much Luka really meant to Dallas. Are you serious? Who else jerseys in the stand? You might see a Kyrie jersey. You might see a Kyrie jersey, but hey, man, you see all those 77s in the stands from different colors, home, away, alternate. They're all in the stands. Are you that stupid?
You had a little bit of a LeBron effect going on there in Dallas because Luka is a great player, but he's got some personality issues with his behavior on the floor, and yet there was pretty much blind love. Nick, you can speak to that, right? I mean, and you know what? I had a specific question for you, Nick. Is Luka?
Is Nick in here?
Yeah,
Nick's not here.
He's not. I added him. I thought he got in here.
No, you failed at that.
Oh, it's Hoops God. Sorry,
they look the same. They're similar.
He was here and he left.
Well, to me, they do because I'm colorblind. Damn. Okay, Nick, if you're listening, and I sent out the email to everybody. Let me make sure that I did.
Mm-hmm.
While we're waiting, I have to give a Morris twin credit. I don't remember which one it is. I can't tell.
You must be kidding me.
No, I'm serious. He said that Nico, he was like, listen, you stop taking the fall for this. Like, it's already happened. Like, you need to be talking about the future. And I was like, that's such a great point. He's being pressured into talking about all this stuff that he didn't even have full control over. It does reek of a fall guy. But whichever Morris twin it was, he was saying, like, you're giving it power every time you bring it up. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that dude could form sentences, the Morris twin, let alone have a good point. And for him to say that, you would think it would be that obvious, like, just to take a step back. But he's clearly being pressured into saying all these things because you're Moron Mountain is right. There's no way he didn't know the extent of Luka's popularity. I mean, non-basketball fans know who Luka Doncic is. And that's on an international scale. So I refuse to believe that he meant that when he said he underestimated it. That had to be so emasculating and just spirit breaking for him not to say that publicly, because I refuse to believe that he believed that.
Nah, he knew. But again, when you're dealing with unclutched, like Zay said, you have to be the fall guy. You have to take the slings and arrows for their quote unquote pseudo king, because I'm sorry. A true king does not abandon his kingdom and go join other, established franchises or what do you want to call them? Monarchs. You don't do that. So, yeah, they say, hey, we're going to give you this sum of money, but you're going to have to take all the backlash and you're going to have to be the bad guy because we have to paint our fraudulent king as the good guy, as the savior. But this is the hilarious part. They'll say this with a straight face as an insult to our intelligence. And then when we actually can dissect the bullshit that they're trying to put out, they'll call you a hater. That's why I said learn the definition of that term before you use it, because now it's just become a crutch word. Anytime somebody just, oh, you're a hater, like, okay, so now when I disagree, it's hating. Okay, go to the barbershop. Let me hear you say hater there, because they're gonna run you up out of there. I promise you that. They don't play that up in the barbershops.
It's lazy. It's just lazy.
You should have just heard my cousin, man.
I think I've heard as much as I can take.
He was just going through it, man. Like, I've never heard him, react like this. He got personal. Even the chat was like, damn, I was like, man, I love my cousin, man, but he's hurt right now. And hurt people, So we gotta give him some slack. You know what I mean?
Hey, Zay.
No slack.
Hey, come to think of it.
No group slack.
That's about around the time when it started getting out of hand. If you think about it, right after that movie came out, I noticed there was like a paradigm shift where dudes really start getting in their feelings. Because I remember I would post all type of stuff. Maybe you say something, maybe they wouldn't. Wasn't no big deal. Right after that movie, and I would post something. Oh, you're a hater. Why do you hate him? Like, bro, what the fuck? Is it that serious? Like, bro, calm down. Like, go find you a woman or something. Go put some clothes on and go out and meet somebody. Why are you crying under my post?
Nick, if you're listening, I emailed you the link.
Let me text him. Let me text him real quick.
Jim, I've sent you the link like 8 times. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. And what happened last night with Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors only further exposes LeBron James, man. When we talk about LeBron James playing with, someone like Luka Doncic, someone like Anthony Davis over the last several years, and they try to compare him to Michael Jordan on the Wizards or, Michael Jordan at that age. This is where the comparisons fall off. When you think about what Steph Curry was doing without Jimmy Butler, no excuses made for Steph Curry. You still go out there and put in the show against a quality team like the Houston Rockets. And then you see with LeBron James, not maximizing his teammates, not making the best or making, his guys look the best and putting them in the best positions so that they can help him out there. So they'll blame Luka Doncic for not looking, the best version of himself. And then what were they saying? Oh, Luka Doncic had like the stomach bug or something on Friday night. So once again, they're making excuses here. And that's all LeBron James has ever gotten throughout his career is excuses.
Yep. Hey, what would they say if LeBron's second and third leading scorers were Buddy Hield and Gary Payton II? They be praying to God. They be calling up to God to get LaFody some help.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, word,
Steph
Jay,
Curry's
and you
30
saw the way that the Houston Rockets have to play defense against Steph Curry? These are the defenses that Steph Curry goes against on a nightly basis, man. LeBron James out there crying and moaning. Anyone touches him, he's out there calling for screens all over the place. He's out there fumbling and bumbling the ball. He's doing all kinds of nonsense out there. He's allowed to use physicality and push his guys away from him, use his off arm, travel all over the court. Steph Curry's out there getting hounded by 2-3 defenders sometimes. They're chasing him all over the court, man, still doing his thing.
Do you guys think that Jimmy Butler injury, you think that was dirty?
It's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that was on Draymond or Thompson?
Go ahead. I'm not gonna put
because it looked like Draymond pushed him into him, is what I'm saying. And it's such a physical series, and it's being deemed as this physical series. But the one player who's not getting the whistle is Steph.
Yeah, how many times you see defenders run into Steph in his landing space after a three? And then you see it done to Luka, and they call a foul immediately.
Speaking of what Steph has to go through to get an open shot, thank you guys for giving me a chance to talk about this. When LeBron James shot that ball off the side of the backboard,
you're welcome.
Richard Jefferson
said you're welcome.
Richard Jefferson did everything he could to save LeBron. He said, "Oh, LeBron couldn't get a good look." It was a fucking great look. He's 6'9". Nobody's even out there your height to contest it. And it's a better look than Steph Curry ever gets. You shot it off the side of the backboard. The end. The end.
Steph does not get it's one of those things because like you almost have to be alive to see it. He'll never get the credit he deserves in this era for everything that he's had to endure and come back from, and having to deal with the teammates that he's had to deal with, even just having to deal with Draymond for an extended period of time, is like having somebody against you is almost having like a Trojan horse a little bit. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he's bounced back from all of that, bounced back from catastrophic ankle injuries, and when he had to put on muscle to play more physical, he did. And when he had to get his conditioning up, he did. When he had to fix these little things, he did. He used basketball, the game, the sport, the science, the talent to put basketball further on the map versus somebody who just kind of. Did you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where when Nelson's playing football and he's just like running through all these little kids and knocking them over, and it's not fair? And that's exactly how LeBron plays. And this era is more known for him, but it's not organic. If you just sat and watched Steph Curry highlights, not even Steph Curry highlights, just Warriors ball, it is the poetry in motion that people talk about. And he's going to go down. He's not going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. But it's very understated how this really is kind of his era and was his era, and he didn't have to market for it. And he did that without Nike. He did that with Under Armour, and that's a big reason he's not the face of the league now. It's because the NBA has that partnership with Nike. So
on your topic, Jesse Glad Saget says if LeBrick got officiated the same way Steph Curry did, he'd legitimately commit 187 on the entire officiating crew.
Oh, definitely. He'd be chasing them down, and he'd be grabbing them by their shirt, and they'd say, no, he's not grabbing them. He's just he's passionate about the game, and he just wanted to check the strength of that referee's sweater. So strive for greatness.
We're still only 700 short of where we were. Thanks, Dart. Where is everybody? I put up the link.
I sent Nick a text saying,
like my screen cut in half. I'm like, damn. What's going on?
By the way, I also heard Doris Burke pushing the LeClutch idea that did you guys hear when they tried to put out there that AD was holding LeBron back? Doris Burke actually entertained that during the live broadcast.
I'm just so done with these media pundits. I mean, they're just stooges. They just go out and just say all this nonsense. Oh yeah, AD's holding LeBron back, and LeBron didn't get an O. It's like, bro, this is the main reason why he will never be considered not only the greatest, but I'm sorry, like it's getting to the point where he's not even going to be top 10. Like I seen an article where Dr. J was like, LeBron's not in his top 10 because he was super teaming. It's like we know you guys are being paid to say these things. It's number one, you're the only people you're convincing are LeBron fans. You're not convincing anybody else because anybody else with a remote level of common sense can see the bullshit that y'all trying to promote out here. And it's just like, do y'all ever stop? Like every freaking time it's something apologizing for, well, LeBron didn't have this. Well, LeBron didn't have that. Steph Curry ain't had none of that. He's still winning. He just figures it out.
Jolly Joshams, to add to what you're saying, Hoops God says, Steph just needs to start shouting, hey, after each shot. Is anyone else just sick of hearing that in every NBA game? Hey!
Anthony Davis was the worst, I felt like.
He's not worse than Edwards.
I don't know.
To be for real, Edwards shot 0 free throws in game 3. Let's keep it up. So we've got
a game. I agree.
Wow. I know you don't like AE, but we got to keep it real. He shot 0 free throws. He was in the paint every time he touched the ball and shot 0 free throws.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And he managed to get to the paint without bowling somebody over or punching him in the face. That's so weird.
Well, Spain, you got to have a bag to be able to do that.
Isn't that crazy? No. But LeBron has a bag, though. You've seen him dribble. He has a bag.
No, he got a bag, Spain. Remember, he had that bag after game 1 in the 2018 finals when he allegedly broke his hand. He broke his hand carrying that purse, that bag.
78 Sports TV with a super chat says, salute to the panel. If Lakuchi James and the Fakers lose this series, who will the media scapegoat? Well, which night do you want to talk about? Because they started scapegoating immediately, like from the very beginning. It's take your pick. It just won't be LeBron. It just won't ever be LeBron. That's what we can be sure of.
Yo, shout out to 78 Sports TV, man. He got a good YouTube channel, man. Shout out to him, man. Thanks for
Oh,
coming
Yeah,
through and supporting us.
yeah, I follow him too. Yeah, 7A Sports got
All
good
right,
content.
Pluto, shout out.
all right. I didn't know about it. Cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna check you out. Thank you for that super 78.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep kicking out that good content too. But yeah, so it'll be Austin Reeves, it'll be Luca, it'll be JJ Redick. Hell, they probably gonna blame Bronny. They're not gonna blame the fraudulent king. He'll never get the blame.
They're not gonna blame Bronny. Are you kidding me? They're gonna say Bronny should have had more minutes.
Zay, can we get a god damn it?
God damn it.
David Knowles. David Knowles wanted it from you too, Sports and Fitness.
Yeah, he wants me to rant more. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to be a little subdued, get everybody get a little chance. I don't want to get muted.
Oh,
shit,
my
this
God.
is subdued. Wow.
Oh my God. Okay, you know what? Go for it.
That's subdued.
Hey, no. I know, and here's the thing. Here's the beauty of Sports and Fitness
terrifying.
fans. He doesn't need any prep. I'm giving you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to fucking go. Hit us.
Listen, there's nothing to rant about right now. I'm very happy with the way the live stream is going, as always. Shout out to everybody that's coming through the live and supporting our channel, man. I'm just joking around. You know I love you guys. Sometimes I ramble on. Much respect to everybody out there.
We have some stuff to catch up on here. Nick says LeBum needs more help. ESPN's propaganda is dealt. T-Wolves grabbing the belt. Can go in 5. Story games.
What currency is MKD?
Sports and Fitness rants. If you replaced Adam Silver, oh no, this will go down a whole wormhole with this one. If you replaced Adam Silver, what would be the first 3 things that you would change to help bring competition back to the game? He's
going to say cocaine. Say it. He wants to say cocaine. He wants to say it.
What?
He wants to say cocaine. That'll bring it back. Go ahead.
All we got to do is bring back officiating, man. We'll keep it short and sweet, man. And once again, shout out to my man who came through again.
You know, I made in one of our first duo rants, I made the joke about Robin being on cocaine because not just because of his energy, but because these people who shit on the past said that they were using cocaine as the cheat drug in order to perform well. Really? Because cocaine does your body good. I mean, but listen, let's talk about fitness for a minute. Robin has his energy because he's in shape, because he stays active. You become lethargic and your brain melts when you're not physically active. Get active, people. Don't make excuses. Get the fuck out. Even if it starts with 10 steps, tomorrow make it 20 steps. Get active.
Yep.
And as much as we joke, Robin's on YouTube every day trying to convince people to change their lives for the better.
And it's not because he's on cocaine.
You gotta stay
no, we can't prove. We haven't tested him yet. But
okay,
the point is he's out there doing good in the world.
Well, if we all fly out to Hawaii, you'd better bring some cocaine.
Much respect to all you guys, man. Like I always say, man, I got the videos on my channel to back up everything that I say and do, man. This is my lifestyle, man. This is my personality. This is who I am, man. This is the deal. They know it. They know.
Fito So Fly talks about LeBron quits with 3 minutes left. I got to talk about LeBron's process and his lie about needing to get to his process. I don't have to cherry pick. I look at the 2 most recent games. When they won, LeBron James had plenty of time to stay out on the court, conduct interviews, etc. They're losing. He leaves with 10 seconds left in the game, straight to the locker room. Guys, how is your smoothie only important on nights that you're losing?
It's nutrition. It's nutrition, first of all.
Hey,
don't limit it to smoothies. It's nutrition.
Go, Zay.
Fanboys, I gotta know because when they were down 7, I seen LeBron and Anthony Edwards near the scorer's table, laughing, smiling, showing wisdom teeth.
Wow.
You're down 7 in game 3 of the playoffs, and you're smiling. This is not go-like. Come on.
Amen.
I'm taking that. Showing wisdom teeth. That's great. Zay, I hope you don't own that. I'm taking that.
Praise the Dawn is in the house. Robin, read it.
Praise the Dom. Yo, I can't see it. Oh, there it goes. The sanctimonious PEDs user needs to retire. I can't stand this gaslighting tapeworm who probably got Kobe out of here. Him and his fans are toxic. Yo, shout out to Praise the Don, man, for testing out my reading skills by using these giant words and coming through. Once again, man, thank you very much. You on the money.
Gaslighting tapeworm.
You guys are crazy, man. You guys are right, though, man. This is the nature of LeBron James. Remember, everything is what he can get. This is why he's never uplifted the game. You know, that's what they're alluding to there. He takes everything he can take, and he leaves nothing else because everything's about him.
Rise above anything. If the Lakers lose, watch they blame Luka. You don't have to wait. They already did. They blamed Luka when Luka had a shot 37 on 54.5% and had more rebounds than LeBron. Huh?
They're blaming Rui also.
Oh, Rui actually had a pretty bad game. I'm not even going to deny that. Rui,
I mean, you get crossed up. You get your dick put in the dirt like that, and see if you feel like getting up and playing basketball again. When you got a dude yelling at you about not playing hard. It's like, did you just see me get put on the ground like that? Stop yelling at me.
No, Rui's a nice guy who has just endured LeBron's wrath and punishment for what has he been there 3 years now?
I think 3 seasons.
Yeah, it can't listen. I look at LeBron's body language and his blame, and I'm like, how do these guys keep going? And how do they not turn around and do the same thing to him when he fucks up on epic levels, like crazy?
Yeah, Jackson Hayes, if he could understand what was happening in real time, is part of one of the greatest in-game dunks I've ever seen. And a big part of that is because LeBron got out of the way and just left his man out there. And that's his biggest supporter on the team, Jackson Hayes. He's the only one that celebrates like a LeBron inbound pass still.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Open mouth breather.
Hey.
I don't think, I'm telling you, I don't think he can read. I know he beats his wife. He doesn't seem like a quality person. So I'm not like voting for him, but I don't know, like have his back a little bit, like pick him up, something.
Yeah. I don't think I've had a still frame when I'm breaking it down that Jackson Hayes' mouth isn't near the floor. So let's see.
Hey,
Go.
Hey, I'm expecting a very dirty Lakers game. I feel like this is going to be very dirty. Let's get ready. That's why I got to go live during it, so they got to see me in real time calling this out. But, man, it's going to be dirty. That's
right. That's happening soon.
It's a big game.
I'm not going to have a good enough signal to even see it. Holy shit. I'm not sure I want to see it. I mean, guys, the number, just one category, the illegal screens alone is enough to, now we think the Lakers are going to get dirty? Holy crap.
Hey, AOH, you out there in Mount Zion somewhere?
Yeah, I'm in Tahoe, and weather is completely unpredictable. We got all this snow that was unpredicted, and it's making a lot of things unpredictable. Anyway,
it's beautiful up there, though. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's awesome. Steph makes his teammates better. No excuses made, says rise above everything. Yep. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Steph knows how to. He knows that when he gives the ball up, he knows how to do other things. Go set picks, get ready for the offensive rebound. If he can get the rebound, he'll get a tap out. Gets back in transition defense.
Justin Messenger says lethargic James. I like it. And A Hill says AOF, angry old fitness. I don't post about it, but I support Robin. I get out in any way that I can and stay physically fit because it does affect your mental and even your emotional status. People don't rely on Ozempic and all that bullshit. Try getting the fuck off the couch.
Don't be LeBron James on defense.
Yeah. Have a more active lifestyle than LeBron James on defense. And by the way, 3 out of 4 offensive plays where he also is taking the night off. Jimmy James says Braun caught bubble guts from Luka and had to bounce. Yeah. Speaking of, could Luka have tried harder to show the world that he didn't feel good? Hello.
The hell was that?
He was making a mixtape.
That was a belt to ass.
I'm blaming Hoops God by default.
By default.
Lomo says belt to smoothie.
Oh, I like that.
Someone in the chat beat me to it, talking about correcting the correctables. But I called that. I called that when LeBron first coined that stupid ass term. I said this is going to be what he repeats throughout the rest of the series. Correcting the correctables, actioning the actionables. Like, bro, shut up. Stop talking.
They called him a fake ass fuck master flex.
That's what he does, man. Make up
Thanos.
words.
Good to see you, Thanos. 93Z. LeBron was showing his wisdom teeth because the league activated the magnet ball and allowed LeBron to get 38 points.
Hey, now LeBron is averaging 26 points a game. Y'all, he was averaging 19 points a game. So he had to bring those averages up. So when they show the box score, when they show the numbers, it looks like he did his job.
Yep.
This is a very simple.
absolutely.
This is a simple but important comment from AR23. Imagine MJ blaming Horace Grant for a playoff loss. Yes, indeed.
That's what we're saying, man. Now all of a sudden we start blaming the role players. We don't put the responsibility on the leaders, on the superstar players, the guys who are getting all the money, the guys who are supposed to be leading the team. Now we're blaming the other guys. And once again, if you think about Steph Curry, I'm telling you right now, Steph Curry is becoming LeBron James' worst nightmare in the sense. If you listen to what Steph Curry says in the post game after the Warriors won last night, they talked to Steph Curry on the court. And everything Steph Curry said speaks to team. Everything that he talked about, grinding out the win. Because I was watching a lot of that game, and the Warriors started off really slow, man. They weren't really making any shots, and it looked like they were going to get blown out by the Rockets, man. And all of a sudden, the Warriors turned it around. And Steph Curry talked about grinding out the win. And he gave his teammates credit. He shouted out Draymond Green and some other guys. And he talked about how they had to keep this going at it, even though they didn't start off on the right foot and all these other things. Someone like LeBron James, after a game, he'll start talking about his plus minus. He'll start reading off his stats. He'll start, making excuses. He'll start talking about other things or make it seem as if he was doing everything out there and no one else was doing their jobs, man. So when you talk about Steph Curry and the way he played the game last night and the way that they talk about Steph Curry, like I said, there was no Jimmy Butler for the Warriors last night, and they're playing against a quality Houston Rockets squad. And Steph Curry went out there and put in a show and did it when it mattered most. It wasn't just him going out there to the first three quarters and then disappearing and hitting the side of backboards at the end of these games.
Hey, Robin, there's something very important in here. Not only was that the correct thing for Steph Curry to say, even if inside Steph Curry doesn't believe the own words, it's still the correct thing to say. It's the classy way to behave. It's the classy way to behave, and it's an example for people watching. Hey, don't praise yourself. Always look out for your teammates. LeBron James is the exact opposite of that. And it's not just that I don't like LeBron James. I don't like what he's doing to everyone watching.
Yep.
Real quick, shout out
Exactly.
to Uncommon did a video about this. AOH, I heard you talking about this a few minutes ago. Did LeBron actually reference that he only had one turnover?
He referenced everyone's mistakes. We can't.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if he actually.
I
came out
rely
and said,
upon-
I only had one. Okay.
I can't stand his voice. When I hear LeBron's voice, it's because I listen to Zay's video or Uncommon's video or Uncut's video, something like that. So like they have enough reputation that they don't lie about things like that. So it happened.
Okay.
Oh, so funny. Classic.
Krasinski says, so now they blaming sidekick Luka for losing. Not now. They started in game one. They started in game one.
Yeah, and see, and this is what also exposes LeBron James further. You see, when the Lakers look good, is when Luka Doncic look good. So when the Lakers don't look good, when Luka Doncic doesn't look good. So you're telling me the Lakers look better when the sidekick looks good? So the Chicago Bulls only looked good when Scottie Pippen had it going on.
Oh, let's see. Nick, if for some reason you're listening in the background, I have emailed you the new link if you want to jump back on.
He responded to me. I told him we were still on. Are you taking callers today?
Do you guys want to take callers?
Oh yeah, that
I always want to.
Hey,
Well,
so
hey, man, I'm about to get going, man. I got to roll. I got some things going on, man. But once again, it was great being with you guys here on Sunday. Shout out to Dart for coming through and destroying the live as usual. So thank you very much.
Buddy.
We had a lot of people in here. Yo, shout out to everybody that came through again, man. AOH, Speam, Zay, Hoop God, Nick, all you guys that came through, man. Thank you very much, guys. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Good to have you,
All right,
Rob.
Robert, be safe. Enjoy your day.
Bro, be safe.
Indeed.
Dart, it
There
was
goes the energy.
and Dart, it was great to have you. Don't ever come back on. Just kidding. But Jason, my God, 1,000 viewers and we got cut off.
Man, yeah, it was going crazy. It was
That's
starting
going
to
to be the
get there.
soundbite from now on.
Eyal Sabag says fanboys talking about longevity while Steph Curry is 37 and defense still schemed to try and stop him. Nobody's scheming for LeBron. Ain't that the truth?
Facts.
I mean,
Mhm.
Facts.
Yep.
Say that louder for the people in the back.
Yes,
Facts.
sir.
nobody's scheming for LeBron, and yet you're talking about him being the GOAT. You know what I show effortlessly is LeBron James taking wide open fucking shots all the time. All the time.
Yep.
Nor would
So
they
I'm
dare
good.
play him physically.
How
They
many
wouldn't play him
open
physically.
shots does Steph Curry get?
Zero.
And if he gets a millimeter of space, how hard does he have to work to get that millimeter?
Well, AOH, that's what I was saying. It's very understated the work that Curry's put in his career to be this great at his craft. I mean, the last player that I saw that was even close was Rip Hamilton in terms
Yeah.
of moving around the court this much just to get an open bucket. And he's Rip Hamilton times like 1,000. And nobody gives credit for him just running up and down the court on both sides of the ball the entire game and still putting up 40 while being guarded by 2-3 guys at the same time. Also getting to the paint and getting to the rim while being bodied. Like nobody talks about that.
And let me add on to what you're saying, and this is what makes Curry so, I would say, so dynamic and so effective, is he has an unpredictable game. And what I mean by that is you can't predict when he's going to pull up because he can change his rhythm and his cadence. Like he can speed up his shot, but he can also slow his shot down, right? And all he got to do is give you a head fake to get you off your feet. And the most disciplined defender is still going to like react and jump. And that's all he needs. He just needs you to just take a half a step, the wrong way. Boom, he got you, And then people don't realize Steph is just as great at catching and shooting as he is shooting off the dribble. But there's a third dynamic. He can also spot up. I know it's very seldom because he hardly ever spots up. But when he does, he's afforded the ability to spot up. He can spot up and can hit the shot. So you got all that going on. And then on top of the fact that he's a selfless player, so he can come off the ball and run you through 4 or 5 screens and then get the ball and make that swing pass, generate the hockey assist. So he can always keep opponents off balance just due to his unpredictable game. And I think that's an underrated aspect as well.
Lomo agrees, and he says, Robin's gone, but SNFR, Curry controlled the controllable and uncontrollable. Seems Curry drinks smoothies during timeouts. I can't even watch today's NBA. Yeah. Hey,
Well
LeBron,
said.
how about instead of walking off the court early, you drink it during a timeout? Thanos snap feminism. I think this is the first time that LeBron has even uttered the word turnover in 22 years. When he normally has 4 or more. Yeah, I mean, he has 8 sometimes. I mean, it's crazy what he does to his team, especially at the end of the game. Import says Steph equals Gale Sayers. 18 inches of daylight is all I need. Any word from your cousin, Zay? How's he doing?
I would call him before the game. I know he said this is a must win. This is a must win for the Lakers.
How are you in a must win against a lower seed in the first round?
That's sad.
3 seed, 6 seed.
Lakers in 5 versus OKC, but they're not even gonna make it to OKC. That's disgusting.
Yeah, but JJ had that legendary timeout.
Legendary timeout.
When he ends up getting bounced in the first round, and they stop talking shit about how much better he is than Darvin Ham, we're gonna hear about that legendary timeout.
Well, no, what they'll say is that Reddit got them to a 50-win season for the first time in X amount of years or whatever, even though it was only a three game difference.
I'm pretty sure that winning streak started when Luka showed up.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. And he'll get the blame, even though he was only with the team for the last quarter of the regular season.
Do you know why I'm sure? Because the only games they lost, including the playoffs so far, have been when LeBron James was the leading scorer. Those are their only losses.
Yep.
How do you just ignore that shit, fanboys?
Fanboys.
Fanboys.
LaCuz needs a welfare check. $2. Zay, I guess you'll pass that $2 on to your cousin.
Yeah, he needs a welfare check, man. He definitely does.
Well, Jim, shall we wrap it up, or does anyone want to rant?
Y'all want to? We ain't taking no call. Well, I'm going back live for the game, so
that's true.
You know,
hey, Zay, tag me when you go live. I want to tap in.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got you.
I need to get somewhere where I can actually watch the game. So is that a yes or a no to calls?
I'm down. I always say leave it open for calls. Just people don't call in.
Let's just put a link in there. There's this Joker dude. He been calling out Speed. He said, I want to talk to the blue.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah.
No. All right. Well, I'll put this on mute.
I'm sober too. So now's the time.
Yeah, come on in here, fanboy. I need a fanboy.
Rick James, Alice James, Bronny James.
I'm gonna send this link to LaCuz to see if he just thinks about hitting the link.
I was supposed to get back with your cousin, anyways.
Zay, I saw. What are the best ones we've heard? I've seen a bunch of people coming up with making fun of Shannon Sharp's Lakers in 5. What are some of the top ones? We got some more good ones today. There've been a lot.
There's so many. Give me your best Lakers in 5, y'all. Hit the chat with your best Lakers in 5.
I gotta say, I'm relieved. I mean, I'm slightly encouraged that there's a departure of Shannon Sharp from ESPN because listen, he can do what he wants in the bedroom, however he wants to, and this could be a shakedown. It might not be a shakedown, but you are exposed for talking about choking the shit out of a woman. You don't get to be on TV anymore.
Mm-mm.
Forget everything else. You don't get to be on TV anymore when you talk about choking the shit out of somebody.
Nah, not even if it's in a joking. Even if it's in a joking manner. I mean, it's okay to me. The optics just looks bad, and again, I do believe it's a shakedown to an extent because I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but Clay Travis he put out some damaging information about Shannon before he went to ESPN. But this particular situation, I believe it's a shakedown, but it's like this. Yeah, your private conversation with somebody, that person knows because y'all are intimately involved. Cool. But from the outside looking in, it's the optics is what looks bad that you're saying, I'm going to choke the F out of you, right? Somebody who doesn't know what's going on is going to be like, what the hell?
But not only that, Hoops God, this isn't the first time this has come up in the last few years for Shannon. Exactly. He was we all heard the audio, which I think was intentional, of his whatever those pills are or whatever. That wasn't that long ago. Is that Joker person calling in? I'm that's kind of what I'm hanging around for. But this isn't the first time. It's a consistent thing. It's like the John Morant thing. Everyone's like, oh, just let him be a kid. If the dumbass is involved with guns 6-7 times a year, then you got to call it out. There's no such, you know what I mean? Just he's done for. Especially if the Lakers lose, there's not going to be a reason to keep him on TV. He's definitely done for.
Oh yeah, he's definitely done, man.
and then think about, like that other whatever the I think it was like the second audio, and he was like, big black man, little, Caucasian. Like you're playing into the whole race thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then
I don't
look
know
how
I don't even know how are her calls admissible as evidence? Because I think you have to have both parties aware of a call being recorded. But that's not really the problem. We live in cancel culture where just about everything will get you in trouble, and yet we have. Look, I'm not trying to pull the defend white people thing, but like we have old men getting fired today from shit they said in the 60s or 70s, back when you were allowed to say it because it resurfaced. You're saying dumb shit during cancel culture. Not back then when you used to get away with saying dumb shit. Like, come on.
If we being honest, this is a shakedown. But Shannon Sharp, he's so green that he just didn't understand that it was about the money. He thought he was bigger than the money.
Why do people this rich and famous, especially athletes, need to be banging fans only people? I mean, that's basically a prostitute.
Fans only people.
Is that not a prostitute with
that's exactly
title?
what it is. Yeah. That's just a fancy term for sex work.
You can't have sex with somebody naturally when you're rich and famous. Come on.
It's just a fancy word. It's just a fancy word for sex worker. That's all it is.
You should be able to go to a Starbucks, a Target, a Walmart, and go and grab you something straight out the aisle.
Yeah, well, indeed. And exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like, come on, man.
Be Wonderful says, thank you, fellas, for all the truth you're putting out there. Let me catch up real quick. I didn't see these. Wasabi says, LeBron out there choking like Shannon.
Not Sharp. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
So I seen somebody put this out. They were like, so hold on. They said, so LeBron choking in the clutch as usual. Shannon Sharp out here choking BRTCHs. I can't say the word.
I'm kind of wild he took a step back. I'm kind of surprised because Joy Taylor just took that step back. Like there's sexual assault allegations like everywhere across the board in terms of sports media. It's weird how all this stuff is just kind of coming to the light now. It just goes to show it's probably been happening. I mean, it's been happening this entire time.
CSS, by the way, I'm not sure who CSS follows. It's new to my channel. Thank you for the big super chat. Howdy, coast to coast. FM this week had a lawyer break down the NBA structural agreement and spectator/media contracts and revealed the league protects narrative manipulation and fixing games so long as the league perpetrates it. My God, there's a lot to unpack there. That's a show. That's a show. That comment is a show. Let's remember that one.
Wow.
And let me throw in some humor from Gemini Girl, and then we can circle back to that deep comment if we want. Gemini Girl says, let me clear my throat. I'm not the GOAT. I'm about to get smoked. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Did anybody call in AOH?
No. Well, I don't see anyone waiting, and I put the.
They hide. They hide today.
It sounds like I'm talking. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like I'm talking shit, but it's like
you guys saw the link.
What are we being called off for if people aren't going to have the conversation?
Oh, I heard something.
No, you didn't. But you didn't.
All net.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's him. That's Joker right there. Yep.
Nice, thank you.
Oh, do we really want to do that?
Yes, why not?
Well, it says his device is disconnected, so it didn't work. You're gonna have to try again.
Joker get all net 304. That's his. He got 2 pages. He be coming on my page from the Joker page, and then he come on with his real page. He came onto my live and got destroyed already. I already put the plunger in him. So I don't know why he's.
We're gonna hear the same old shit that he just won't learn. AOH, you wasn't there. He said that Michael Jordan and OJ have the same flaws. Jesus,
I don't know what the
wait. What? Hold on.
I don't know what the fuck that mean.
Like OJ, like the Juice,
like old,
like the football player, Juice.
yeah, Oretho James Simpson. Yeah,
I mean, so does he really believe
I don't
LeBron
even
is,
get what
is
that
this
means.
this image that the media paints about him being a
Oh,
There
I
you
see.
go.
Okay, I get
great
it.
There
I
you
get
go.
father and all this? Like LeBron got dirt. Trust
There he
me,
is. Have
you
fun.
don't party with Diddy and you're an upstanding individual. Like I don't know why they keep bringing up Michael Jordan and all that. Like these dudes ain't out here partying with Diddy. Like that's all we got to say is baby oil,
Man.
baby oil.
Y'all can hear me?
What
I
up?
can
Yeah,
hear
please
you.
go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay,
Hello,
okay.
welcome, welcome.
Have
How
fun.
y'all boy? How y'all doing?
Good,
I'm
good,
good,
good.
bro.
How are
What's
you?
going on?
All right. So we gonna talk facts or we gonna just be throwing hate? I ain't trying to do all the hate. I want to talk facts. We gonna talk basketball, right? Or we gonna just be hating?
Well, I mean, we're gonna talk about what we choose to talk about based on what you bring up. I mean, you may see it
Just
as
to be
hate.
clear, I'm packing my bags to get out of this snowfall, and you guys can talk
Because
to this person who calls
I'm
hate.
always gonna be pro player. I'm gonna always be pro player.
For fuck's sakes.
Hold
Well,
on,
no, yeah,
sir.
go ahead,
Hold
please.
on,
This
hold on,
is
hold
this
on,
is your
sir.
time.
Before you come up here attempting to dictate, where did we lie?
Bro, this shit been sounding like hate, bro.
No,
The
tell
man,
me.
listen, the man
Sir,
dropped a
sir,
Zay. A
sir,
Zay. I was looking for a Zay. Zay, you
sir,
do so bad,
sir,
bro. We
sir.
can win a
Where did we
game.
lie?
You won't
Sir,
make no
sir,
video. The
sir,
moment we lose, you
where
got a
did we
video,
lie?
Zay.
Sir, where did we lie? Can you answer that question first?
Zay. The
Yes,
man
sir.
dropped 38 points and you making a hate video, Zay. A
Hey,
straight
Zay, can you allow him to answer my question first? I want to know where we lied.
38
Right. Yeah.
points.
Can we start? Yeah, can we start from somewhere with this at
Y'all
least?
boy, yeah, cause y'all boy were talking crazy. Yeah, I gotta
So
take
where
off.
is the lie? Hating is indicative of lying. Where is the lie?
Man, that shit, y'all lying, man.
Did you
Okay,
watch the
where's the
Y'all
lie?
game?
lying,
Did you
man.
watch the
So
game?
where's the lie?
Yeah, I watched the game. I
So what
watched the
happened?
whole game.
So what happened in the last 5 minutes of the game?
And we didn't score. The team. We didn't score as a team. The unit. It ain't just LeBron. It ain't LeBron playing 5-on-5, bro. It's 40 people out there, bro. The Lakers as a unit.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Is-
Look at God. You see what God do?
Jeez.
Just knew
Ooh,
the
hey,
lies were just about
I'm
to
not
hey,
going to say
come.
divine intervention, but
hey,
I
can
just
we
want to
give
know
him
what I
some
was being
tissue for
called
his
out for.
issues? Can we give him some tissue for his
Issues
issues?
for his issues. I'm taking that one too. Yo, I'm missing out on like all these cool ass little statements. Tissue, man, that's
Just
good. That's
give
a
him
good
some
one.
tissue for his issues, man. I listen. I'm telling y'all, man. When the fanboys saying we hate, ask them where did we lie. They're gonna crash out because they can't tell you. They just hate. Where's the lie? Where
It's
is
like
the
when
lie?
you ask a robot how it feels, and it's like, what do you
Where
mean?
is the
What do
lie?
you mean feels?
That's why I don't even listen. With all due respect, fanboys, I don't dislike y'all. I don't hate y'all. But if you're gonna come up here and dialogue, substantiate what you crying about. Where did we lie? If you can't answer that question, don't come up here talking about no hate. If you're gonna come up here and talk ball, talk ball. But I better not hear the word hate because I'm gonna
Hey,
ask
wait,
you.
I know you're packing, but yeah, that's the second time I've talked to a Braun fan and it's crashed out. No, that's not true. No, that's not true. Zay, your cousin was fine. It's
Hey,
1 for 2, 50% decent conversations.
hey, Steen, I'm gonna tell y'all the problem. They're synonymous with Bird Box. When they put the blindfold on, they
Yep.
just don't want to see it. Okay, you put the blinders on, don't mean it didn't happen.
Right.
Mhm. And that's the thing. Like his games are meant to watch on the radio. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you don't know what's going on, if you can't see what's going on, if you listen to the radio, you'll think he's the GOAT.
I just always ask, where is the lie? If you're gonna say hate, I need to know where is the lie being committed.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. Actually, that brings up a really interesting point. So he started with the whole, I want to talk facts, I want to talk basketball. And I find more often than not that a lot of LeBron James fans, that's usually what they lead with. I want to talk basketball, I want to talk numbers, statistics, because that's they've been conditioned to see that as what's great. And the second a counter argument is given, it's immediately seen as this narrative based thing. Sure, it's narrative based, but it's no less narrative based than that one right there made me the greatest, right? Or now I deserve my damn respect too. It's the two sides of the coin just have different kind of metrics in terms of arguing. One, like Jordan fans, we can argue because we've seen it, right? anti-LeBron guys like us, we've seen both sides of it, and we see that it's more than just numbers. But if you just look at the numbers, that's what you're going to lead with. There's literally no context whatsoever.
And what they do, and this is where you have to catch them. Like you said, they say they want to talk basketball, but talking basketball is a Trojan horse for talking numbers. And again,
true.
There is a statistical element to basketball. I'm not downplaying that. However, the stats are not the end all be all. The stats tell, if you want to break it down into a 1/3 or 1/4, it's going to tell you what happened, but not necessarily how it happened, right? Because if I see a guy and he gives you 30 points, but he got all those points in the first 3 quarters, okay, well, what did you do in crunch time? Well, I would prefer the guy that scored 15 points and he may have had 8 of them in crunch time. To me, I think that's a better recipe for success than a guy giving you 30 and then just disappearing in the fourth. And I'm just saying anybody, no particular names, right? But also, it's like when you're putting in the stats, okay, where is the rhythm and the tempo of the game? Who's dictating the pace, right? Who's controlling the game? That's going to tell me more so who's going to win. Who won the rebounding battle? Who won the turnover battle?
This is what's so bad about it, is because look, it's the illusion. LeBron scored 11 points in the fourth quarter, all before the last 5 minutes of the game. When LeBron, he hit 3 straight threes in a row. That was signaling right there to his team, hey, I got this.
Yep.
I'm in rhythm.
Yep.
I'm on fire. Fanboys, we have never seen LeBron hit 3 threes in a row in a fucking late game in the playoff. That signal right there. And then he chokes. Then he starts turning into the pass first player that he's so-called is at the end of the game.
So I always ask, when they say we're hating, where is the lie? I don't want to hear all this. Don't start crashing out. Show me where I lied. Then we can go from there. But I'm going to tell you something else too, Speen, like I was talking about this earlier. They want to compare the LeBron Jordan, or if you bring up Kobe, it's all about numbers. The problem here is this. Those guys didn't play for numbers. But then when you point that out, they want to just ignore it. But I'm like, why do you want me to argue a point that these guys did not play for? To me, that's irrelevant. Like Michael Jordan clearly said, if I cared about stats, I would have never retired to catch Kareem. That's it right there. But then he followed it up by saying, oh, yeah, but to follow that up, he said, to me, the only stats that matter are the games you win, the rings we collect. Ain't got nothing to do with no all-time accumulative points and all that shit, because nobody was talking about it in 2014. With all due respect to Kareem, nobody was talking about all-time leading scorer. Okay. All of a sudden, when this particular guy seen he couldn't catch MJ, you know what they had to do? They had to take their goalpost and they had to move it. Okay, he can't catch him in rings. So let's go with the all-time stats, right? Let's concoct this narrative, overnight. That's what they had to do.
But the thing about it is I feel like you can easily switch it and say, okay, you want to talk numbers. All right, then talk about percentage of success when it matters.
Yeah.
Right.
What about them numbers? Yeah.
What about those numbers? What about 4 rings and 11 tries over 22 years versus 6 rings in 13 years, or Kobe's 5 in 19?
Yeah, Kobe got 5 and 20. Yeah,
20. Right. So if you want to talk numbers, if you want to talk statistics, I feel like if you ask any NBA player what the ultimate goal is, they probably say to win a championship. So if you're going by the goal of the game, isn't that the number that means the most?
Hey,
but they don't want to bring that up. They don't want to talk about that. Then all of a sudden numbers don't matter.
Let's read. Justin Messenger says for Zay, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Lakers in 5. Thanos says we like he got a mouse in his pocket. Rob Shum says if there's any hate, it's fanboys for the truth.
Hey.
That's facts, because they definitely hate the truth.
Oh yeah, they get so bad that they don't want to talk about anything outside of basketball.
We didn't.
Wait. I want to hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, AOH, when you finish, I want to address Mr. Tyson in the comments that's crying.
Oh, Tyson. My God.
Oh, he's back again.
Do something with yourself.
Fanboys love our content.
Hey,
Y'all
listen.
notice that?
Hey, no,
Um,
listen. So he said, "Why isn't Bill Russell to go?" Cool, call him to go. I won't argue that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I don't.
they said,
I don't.
like we're gonna get upset. Call Bill Russell to go. That is perfectly fine. He won.
I don't have an emotional attachment to the idea of Michael Jordan being the GOAT. I do have an emotional attachment to you fuck ups declaring LeBron James the GOAT. Like, when someone comes on and starts talking about hate, you guys can go ahead and say that it's not hate because we are fact based. I do hate LeBron James. I think he's a piece of shit. I think he's a scumbag. I think he's bad for society. I think he's a bad example for the future and for the youth. I think he's garbage. I'm the hater here. I am.
No, I'm right. I'm right there with you, AOH. I'm right there with you on
Nevertheless, this entire show, we didn't even attack his personality. We didn't even attack him as a person. We talked facts the whole day. And the only thing that fanboys can do when they call in and say, wow, I heard a lot of haters on here. Really? Because I'm pretty sure we just dissected the game.
Dissecting the game. Welcome to the player haters ball. You know what I mean? This is a hate off. Why are you fanboys here?
Hey, I let Tri-State in.
Gentlemen,
Welcome,
what's
Tri-State.
good,
Welcome,
gentlemen?
Tri-State.
What's good, gentlemen? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday.
Happy
Hey,
Sunday.
a message to the youngins. You play to win the game. To quote the great Herm Edwards,
Herm
you
Edwards,
don't
thank
give a
you.
damn about no damn stats. You play for that hardware, brother.
Bravo.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And that's the problem with today with these youngins. You know what I mean? It's all about stats to them and blah, this, that, and the third. They don't even watch the game. They don't understand the lack of fundamentals in today's game. They don't get that. It's so annoying to see y'all. I love hearing y'all speak, bro. Y'all have great insight. That's why when I see that link, I jump in because I love to talk basketball with great basketball heads. But yeah, fuck LeBron James. He overrated as shit. I said it before, I say it again. If he wasn't 6'9", 270, he would have been Travis Outlaw in the NBA. And I stand on it.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Travis Outlaw, Martell Webster. That's what LeBron James would have been.
Hold on, wait, big dog. You talking about the Portland squad?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's what LeBron would have been, bro. Golly, man. I mean, I see a guy. He couldn't go right and shoot a jump shot till like his 11th year in the league. That's my GOAT. That's supposed to be my GOAT. Man,
Hey, but
get
also,
outta
bro,
here.
it's fair to say that we feel this way because we're told the exact opposite by him and his camp every day. So it's not like we're pulling this out of our ass, right?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. And right when I hit the link, you said a great point, bro. They don't care about winning anymore. They don't think it's about winning. They think it's all about stats. But by that logic, then Jokic is better than LeBron. So why aren't these youngins saying Jokic has surpassed LeBron? His stats trump LeBron's. They surpass LeBron's. So why can't y'all have that conversation? Because if we go by that logic, Jokic is better than LeBron.
Fanboys, I need y'all to answer this question. Because if
For real, please answer it. Enlighten me, please.
Jokic, yes, sir. Hey, listen, hey, bro. So
Sounds
check
like-
this
sounds
out,
like
right?
hate to me.
I was doing some research too. Do y'all? I'm gonna just throw some stats out there. Just tell me who do y'all think done this. This player led the playoffs in points, assists, rebounds, and win shares. You have Wilt Chamberlain. You have Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron, Kareem, Nikola Jokic, or Hakeem Olajuwon.
You said it was points, rebounds, assists, and win share,
all four.
And you. Oh, that's a good. I would have said
Fanboys will say it's LeBron.
It's not
We
LeBron.
know that's Jokic.
Yeah, it's Jokic. It's Jokic.
Now,
I was gonna say Hakeem, but then you said assists, so that was the curveball. Yeah, it's got to be Jokic.
He's the only player to do that. Not only that, but Jokic just averaged a triple-double this year. LeBron hadn't done that. Those are two things that Jokic clears LeBron, though. And then I got a third thing, right? Do y'all know Jokic walked LeBron down in career triple doubles in less games, in less seasons, in less
Talk to him. Talk to him.
3 categories where
Talk to
Jokic
him.
has surpassed the greatest all-around player. So, brother, you just said something very, very factual. Why isn't Nikola Jokic considered greater than LeBron?
Then LeBron.
Shout out to
I don't know, bro.
Tri-State.
I don't know, bro.
If LeBron had these numbers, how wet would the mouths of the people be
Oh.
at ESPN?
Oh, gross. I don't even want to talk about
They'd be
that.
salivating like they got rabies.
Their mouth would be so wet.
We got to switch gears here quick.
Oh, I gotta get me a drink of water.
They were like,
we gotta-
Kendrick Perkins,
we
you're
gotta move
drooling,
past
man. Chill.
Got to move past that as organically as possible. But also, how can you be the GOAT? How can you be the GOAT if someone else ate 4 times in your era?
Oh man.
Yo, hey, another great point. Hey, and you know what was another thing? But going by that stat logic, I was looking at another player in this era, looking at their career stats in these seasons and these consecutive seasons they put together. What about Giannis? Giannis's stats are better than LeBron's too, if you're going year by year, bro. I'm looking at 29 and 13 and 6 and 30 and 12 and 29 and 11 and 6 and why Giannis too then by y'all logic, fanboy logic. You know what I mean?
The numbers, Giannis, those numbers are so impressive. They seem regular to him. Those are
And you know what's funny? You know what the fanboys will say, fellas? They're gonna say he don't got enough rings. But if we say that about Jordan and Kobe, that shit irrelevant all of a sudden, right? You see the hypocrisy with the LeBron fans?
I told you the goalpost always moves.
Steady moving, bro. Steady moving.
They can never keep the goalpost pointing north, 90 degrees angle. It gets moved to east, it gets moved west, it goes south. It can never stay north, 90 degrees. Never.
Like, Richard Jefferson has like a spot on his butt, like a wet spot, every time he talks about
he got
LeBron.
fouled twice. Bro, shut the hell up. He got fouled twice. Hey, half court, full court, ain't paid his child support. Wolves in 6.
Yeah, they might do
there you go.
because they have to win it. They have to win it in Minnesota. They're not going to let them win it in LA. That's embarrassing. If they allow the Timberwolves to eliminate the Lakers in LA, my God.
Bro, if they do that, they're gonna bring up one of them giant Men in Black mind eraser things and just hit all of us at the same time, like it didn't happen. It's got a big Nike check on it, and it's just gonna be like, this didn't happen. They won. LeBron's the champion. There's no way his legacy can't take a loss to a 6 seed at this point.
Sure, it can. It's taken the shit it's taken so far. It can take anything. I'm going to let Hit 'em come in. I'm going to read a super chat from Verbal Kent that says, "It's a shame that the media has forced our hand into having a counterculture, but thank goodness for the work you all do. Salute." Thanks, Verbal. We appreciate that. Sometimes it gets depressing analyzing absolute absurdity because we shouldn't have to, but the main sports media won't do it. So here we are. So glad you're tuning in. And let me bring Hit 'em to the stage.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? How y'all doing, man? Salute to the whole panel, bro. Y'all be killing it, man. Y'all be killing it. Hey, man, I just want to say this before anything, before, you know what I mean? Before you move on to the next caller. Because, look, bro, tell me, what dynasty has LeBron James ever built in Cleveland, in Miami, and with my Lakers? He's completely destroyed, bro. None. LeBron James has never won a championship without deck stacking, super teams, trading over 100 players, firing coaches, flopping, crying, making a million excuses, throwing his teammates under the bus, bro. This guy is not, he has done more harm to the NBA than anything, bro. This guy is not a GOAT, man. He's just a selfish player, bro. He's not a first pass player, bro. I mean, it was disgusting how he was just jacking up shots, bro, when he was about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, man. So I just want to say, man, dude, this guy can't even dribble, bro. This guy airballs free throws.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
He did build a dynasty. He just did it in the inverse way. So he helped the Spurs establish their dynasty as a Cavalier and as a member of the Heat. And let's not forget, he played
Yeah,
he
yeah,
played
yeah.
a very integral part in helping the
Yes,
Warriors
sir.
establish their dynasty. So
Apologies,
he
man. I was
created
wrong.
dynasty. He just didn't do
Yes.
it for the team that he was playing for.
Yes. I definitely agree with that. That's facts, bro. For real, man. I
I
just
think you brought up a good point about him not doing anything for the game either. And that's one of
nope.
my biggest frustrations with media. Well, Stephen A., but media in general, is they always lead with, LeBron's done so much for the game and he's such an ambassador. And I'm thinking to myself, that's almost a topic in itself. What has he actually done for the game of basketball? I
Nothing.
can't think of any positives, at least when you
Nothing.
compare it to other greats in this era. There are no the player empowerment movement was supposed to be seen as positive, but you guys all saw how that went. There were no positives that he brought to the league.
Nope. Just took the competition right out of the game, bro.
Yeah.
Right out of it. Hey, I got about like 10 more minutes left, and I got to take an intermission
Hey, man.
because I will
Hey,
be
well,
live for the next 3
salute to
hours.
everybody, man.
Appreciate
Hey, thanks
you.
for having me on, man. You guys are great, man. I'll be here in the comments, man, in the chat, dude.
All
Hey,
right, for
salute to
sure.
all of you, man. Y'all have a great weekend, man. Thank you for doing the Lord's work and trying to help out these fanboys, bro. And I want to say one more thing before I leave, man. Angry Old Hoops, bro. You are
Yep.
awesome, dude.
Oh,
I
thank
call you the children's book, bro. You can't make it no simpler for these fanboys, bro. I mean, you can't. All right, man. I'm
Thank
out,
you.
man.
Thank
Salute
you.
to you guys, man. Have a good one.
All
Hey
right,
guys,
man.
All right.
I'm gonna read these last two. I won't end the stream, but it might end when I shut down. I got to get out of here. Thanos snap feminism. LeBron scored 38 points with a plus minus of -10. LeBron eats while his team starves, just like when he went for the scoring record. Guys, I have made multiple videos on this, not in one season, not in 2 seasons, not in 3 seasons, 4 seasons that proves that when LeBron eats, the team starves.
Yep, that's his MO. That is his modus operandi. Get my stats, my teammates suffer.
Yep.
Entourage says nothing. Says $1.
Children's book. That's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Yeah, I guess that's the nicest way to be called a children's book.
No, I mean, LeBron fans have about that level of reading, so no, it plays on a couple of different levels.
Obviously, they don't have that level because it's still too complicated for them.
Of course.
Just do pictures.
Mm-hmm.
They are pictures. It's fucking visual evidence. If I draw over it with crayons, will that help? All right, we all need to go. We got to go get ready for this game.
We got to get ready, y'all. Hey, 12:20 PST. Be ready.
All right, everybody.
That's an hour for me.
All right.
Built to
Everybody,
ass.
appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all. Be safe.
All right, y'all. Peace.
For your Sundays.
Yep.